Fashion is not an art, it's a job. I used to hate Chanel, but after reading this, I have literally nothing but respect for her and the brand. 153-page little book, Chanel is the Joan of Arc of fashion. Literally liberated women from restrictive wear with the lavish theatrical corseted wear. Chanel basically changed that. She was the pioneer of short haircuts, trousers for women, knew what women wanted before they even knew what they wanted. I can call a spade a spade. Chanel was the it girl of that time. She literally took what she thought looked good on her and made it so extremely profitable and so extremely popular that even women who didn't have her tiny sporty figure would literally starve themselves just to buy her creations. I decided to even do a book review on this because as a hater of Chanel, I can say I'm absolved of that. I'll start off by saying that this is a book with a timeline from her beginnings all the way to her very end, last breath taken at the Ritz-Carlton in Paris. It starts off with her in a loveless convent where she learned how to sew, and coincidentally she would wear black dresses, like simple black dresses at the convent every single day, which hello, it makes so much sense how she came to be who she is. Sometimes the rags to riches stories are the greatest. And actually, thinking about it, she reminds me a lot of Jay-Z. And this book showed me that she didn't even draw her own designs. Like, she didn't sketch it out. She literally dictated to a room of people and they sat there and created painstakingly for hours. And this is like Jay-Z because Jay-Z has never really written a lyric down. Not to mention they're both worth billions of dollars. She goes all the way from her convent days through her meeting a couple of gentlemen. She is on record as saying to Salvador Dali, "I was able to open a high fashion shop because two gentlemen were outbidding each other for my hot little body." She was a survivor. She did what she had to do. This book also gets her through her scarce times during World War I. Also recorded in here that she literally even used squirrel to make the fur collars on coats that were so in demand by very rich women at the time. They didn't even bother to ask where she got the materials that she did to make the outfits that they wanted. They just accepted. So yeah, a lot of rich women were wearing squirrel. The book goes on to discuss rivalries with like Paul Poiret, Elsa Schiaparelli, her isolation after World War II. And if you know, you know why she isolated after World War II. It goes on basically to show her success after her isolation, her time in Paris, her death in Paris, Karl Lagerfeld's succession, and then at the very end it just discusses a lot of her accessories, her fragrances. Actually, one of my favorite quotes about the fragrances was that she said, "A woman with no perfume has no future." Smells so good. So subsequently said to the guy making her perfumes that she wanted to create the world's most expensive perfume. I gotta get perfume or else I'm not gonna make it. This book left me in awe. No one did what she did. She's the only woman on the most influential people in the 20th century. And it's obvious why. This book is so much fun. It gave a deeper dive into the personality and bravado of Coco Chanel. And not to mention, like, this is what it looks like a lot. There's a ton of pictures showcasing her original designs. Oh, it's such an easy read. I read this in one day. There are a lot of these little books by Emma Baxter-Wright. This is the most interesting one. And look, my only criticism of this book is that it was very biased during pages 65 to 68, which covered sort of the World War II times. I think it'd be best if you had up like Chanel's Wikipedia page and kind of do a little bit more research. And my little review with some quotes from Chanel. "My life didn't please me, so I created my life. Dress shabbily, and they remember the dress. Dress impeccably, and they remember the woman. And lastly, the most courageous act is still to think for yourself out loud. Well, anyway, that's my Chanel book review, and I can't wait to talk more about fashion all the time. Bye!